Jared Goff played big boy ball in the Detroit Lions' victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. As somebody who has been one of Jared Goff's harshest critics, I thought that he played arguably his most complete game as a Detroit Lion this Thursday against the Kansas City Chiefs. He made a couple of elite high-end throws that honestly made my jaw drop. But besides that, he was clean and efficient in his execution. He didn't make any mistakes for the most part. So without further ado, guys, let's just go ahead and get into the film. On this throw right here, where things really got going for Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. This is coming after the Lions called a gutsy fake punt from deep in their own territory. It worked, and the Lions finally are going to really get in rhythm with this passing play. So it's going to be man coverage across the board here for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's got Amon-Ra St. Brown here, just running a simple slant route, nothing too fancy. And then on the backside, he's just going to have sort of this deep out route right here. So you can see once Jared Goff takes the snap here that the slant is going to be in pretty good shape. Right there, you can see that Jared Goff has a good opportunity to complete this throw. It's a throw where if he hits Amon-Ra St. Brown on the run, then he can turn upfield and get the first down with relative ease and then get some extra yardage as well. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Jared Goff puts it on the money, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown turns upfield to get those yards after catch. So this is just a really nice, well-timed play. Nothing too fancy, just a simple slant, but at the end of the day, sometimes that's all you need in order to get your offense going. That, and of course, the aggressive energy that Dan Campbell brings from calling a fake punt deep in his own territory. But this is the kind of throws that the Detroit Lions really need Jared Goff to make on a consistent basis. Easy pitch and catch to move the chains right there to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Very, very nice right there from both Goff and St. Brown. Love it. This next play is just a bread and butter play for the Detroit Lions offense, as well as just most West Coast offenses around the NFL. So you got play action right here. You've got just a pair of deep crossing routes right here. This one from Amon-Ra St. Brown and this one here from Josh Reynolds. Coverage-wise for the Chiefs, it's some sort of 3-deep coverage, so it appears to be either cover 3 or cover 6, also known as quarter, half. I'm not sure which one, but what I am sure about here is that Jared Goff is going to make a really nice throw on this play. So if we go ahead and roll it here, you've got your play action right here. And this is just a fantastic job by Jared Goff. You can see right there, Josh Reynolds, he is wide open in the void in the zone coverage. Now, if you're Kansas City, you'd like to hope that maybe one of your defenders one of your middle defenders right here could churn up field and break up this pass. Now, after the play, you see right here that this defender, I can't see the number, I think that's Willie Gay, I'm not exactly sure, but you can see that he is potentially in position to charge up field, and he sees what's going on this play. He knows that it's play action and knows he needs to get back into position, but with Jared Goff, he can see that Gay has his back turned to him, so he knows that he doesn't have to worry about him making a play on this ball with relative ease. So because of this, Goff is essentially able to just throw it almost over the side of his ear, basically. And that's just a really nice tight window throw on the run there from Jared Goff. Hits Reynolds in stride after he crosses face with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and turns into a really nice chunk play there. So those are the throws that Jared Goff has always been able to execute at a high level, even dating back to his time with the Rams, those deep crossing routes off play action. And that's something that Detroit has had him do quite a bit ever since he became their starting quarterback. And these are the plays that we're going to see on a pretty consistent level from the Lions offense. Just like that, man. Watch it from the tight angle right here. You got your play action. And then that's just a beautiful, beautiful throw right there from Jared Goff. Absolutely love that play all the way around. So this play right here is going to be the first touchdown. So it's going to be mesh here for the Detroit Lions. That's a pair of shallow crossing routes One from Amon-Ra St. Brown, this one from Josh Reynolds, and then Sam Laporta, he's going to be kind of running up the seam right there and looks like he's about to break inside. And then we've got a little wheel route here out of the backfield from David Montgomery. So when you're running mesh right here, you're designed to read the two shallow crosses first. And since it's man coverage here for the Kansas City Chiefs, you basically have to pick whichever shallow is beating their man. So right here, Jared Goff takes the snap. We've got our mesh play right there, and as you can see, after crossing face, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's got some space. It's not exactly the most space in the world, and he still has a couple of defenders to beat to get into the end zone. But Jared Goff trusts his number one guy to make a play right there, and you can see he's already in the throwing motion to make this play. And as you can see right there, Jared Goff puts it right on him. Amon-Ra St. Brown breaks a tackle, and he scores. So again, man, that's a great job right there by Jared Goff, just trusting his top target to make a play in that situation, and the Lions go up by 7 points here. So right off the bat on this play, I want to apologize for the sort of microwaved quality, but we're working with what we have here. So this play, it's going to be cover 2 man for the Detroit Lions. So 2 deep defenders, man coverage underneath here. Jared Goff on this one, he's going to have his tight end Sam Laporta here at the bottom of the screen. He's going to run just a simple slant route. But what I love about this route here from Sam Laporta is he goes up and he creates some contact right there with the corner Trent McDuffie. Now, mind you, this is all within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, so this is legal contact all the way from Sam Laporta right here. So you see that he creates that contact, and he creates all this space for him on this slant route. This is as wide open gets in the NFL, and Jared Goff puts it right on him for an easy pitch and catch, and a great job there by Sam Laporta getting those yards after catch as well. But that was all created by Sam Laporta's contact right there on L'Jarius Sneed. Again, perfectly legal contact to set up this play. That's a really great job right there, both from Goff and Sam Laporta. So on this one right here, we're going to be rocking with a little bit of play action, a staple in this Detroit Lions offense. So we're going to have basically kind of a deep post route that's essentially going to turn into a deep over route. And then underneath that, we've got Amon-Ra St. Brown on this deep dig route here. So what's essentially going to happen here is this post is designed to clear out space for this dig underneath here. So that's really the throw that Jared Goff is going to be looking on to make on this play. And the drawing for this dig, it's really kind of more of a bender, honestly. Like, he doesn't cut it at a hard angle. It's more of like a slow bend to the inside. So it's more of like a slow bend in breaking route, if that makes any sense. So if we go ahead and roll the play here, Jared Goff is going to make a really good throw. You got your play action right there. And as you can see, we've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's just about to cut. There's all that space right there in the middle of the field for him to work, because this route right here is clearing all that space out. You can see just as Amon-Ra St. Brown goes to cut inside right here, the ball from Jared Goff is already gone. And what I like about this is Goff throws it low right here, so that way Amon-Ra St. Brown can go down and secure it. You don't have to risk this linebacker sinking and making a play or anything crazy like that. This is just a really good job right here from Jared Goff. That's great ball placement. We'll watch it again right here from the tight. You got your play action. And look at this throw right here that Jared Goff threads. Puts it in the exact spot where only Amon-Ra St. Brown can get it. There's no risk right there of the DB undercutting it. There's no risk at all of Nick Bolton making the play. This is just a really great tight window throw from Jared Goff right there. Love it all across the board. On this one, the Chiefs are going to be disguising their coverage a little bit here, as they're going to rotate their 2 safeties pre-snap here. So you see initially they want Detroit to believe that Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be locked up one-on-one here against L'Jarius Sneed with some safety help over the top here from Justin Reed. But what's actually going to happen here, and you can kind of see it a little bit by the way that Snead is lined up, he's going to be firing off the edge once again. He's going to be blitzing. The Chiefs had done this quite a bit up to this point in this game. And what they're going to do, as you can see here, is they're going to rotate Justin Reid down just before the ball is snapped. So now Justin Reid is going to be man-on-man here with Amon-Ra St. Brown, with L'Jarius Sneed firing off the edge here. So it's just going to be a simple, quick out route here for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nothing fancy. I imagine this is probably a hot route that's designed to beat the blitz by throwing into it. But right here, man, Jared Goff, he's just a tick late on the throw, I feel like. Perhaps L'Jarius Sneed being in the face kind of affected him a little bit. I don't know if he maybe expected the running back to be in pass protection right there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I don't know if that was just kind of a misprotection right there, or if Sneed just kind of made Goff hesitate a little bit. But no matter what happened, Goff's just a tick late on the throw right there. It's nearly deflected by Sneed. And he's lucky that Justin Reid isn't in a better position to undercut that, because that's pick six city right there if Justin Reid's in a better position. Reid still makes a hell of a play on the ball and is able to get the PBU, but if he undercuts that, that is pick six all the way. So that's a really lucky play there for Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions, that, quite frankly, Justin Reid was just not in a better position, because if he was, again, that is 6 points the other way right there. So not the greatest play right there from Goff and the Lions. So on this one right here, Jared Goff, he's going to have, I believe this is Khalif Raymond running an over route right here, a deep over route. And this is going to be zone coverage for the Kansas City Chiefs, cover 3 zone. So whenever you're facing zone coverage when running a crossing route, like we've talked about many times on this channel, you find a soft spot, a little void in the zone coverage, and then you sit down and wait for the quarterback to find you. And that's exactly what Khalif Raymond is going to do here. After a couple of negative plays, the Detroit Lions are backed up to 2nd down and 22 on this play. And here, Jared Goff is going to help the Lions get 20 of it back. So right there, they back out into a pretty standard cover 3 zone. And right there, man, you see all that space that Khalif Raymond has to work with here, but it's still a high degree of difficulty throw for Goff to make, because he does have these 2 underneath defenders right here that could be in position to pick this off if this isn't a well-thrown ball. But you see here, man, Jared Goff stands in the face of pressure and throws it pretty much right over, I believe this is Mike Edwards' head right here. I mean, he can see that his back is turned right here, Goff can, so he knows that he can safely put this over the head of Edwards, I believe that is, and he can't make the play. And right there, yeah, that's definitely Mike Edwards. I can tell by his bands there. But yeah, that's just a really great throw by Jared Goff. And they get 20 yards on 2nd down and 22. But unfortunately, after this play, they can't convert on 3rd down, and they do have to punt it away. So finally, on this last play that I've got for you, this is on the drive that Detroit scored the ultimate game-winning touchdown. And this is a play that I actually run in Madden quite a bit. So it's going to be play action right here, and the 2 receivers on each side are going to be running mirrored routes. So depending on the coverage, they can either keep running vertical, or they can snap back on basically a little comeback route almost. So based on this coverage, they're going to snap back, both of them. We've got Amon-Ra St. Brown on one side. We've got Josh Reynolds here on the other side. So on this one, Jared Goff is going to read Josh Reynolds right here. And since the Chiefs give them a certain type of coverage here, kind of looks almost like cover 3. I can't tell exactly. It's a little bit wonky, but you see right there, Josh Reynolds snaps back, and that's a perfectly timed throw right there between Goff and Reynolds. And that's just another one of these basic day one install bread and butter plays for this Detroit Lions offense. And sets him up. You see right there, Josh Reynolds turns around and gets some significant yards after the catch. and then 2 plays later, they're able to punch it into the end zone with David Montgomery to go up 21-20. After that, the Lions defense forced the Chiefs to punt on their subsequent drive, but the Lions ran it 4 straight times. Goff's final throw of the game ended up getting batted down on a pretty good read, actually, but the defense for Detroit was able to hold on the final drive for Kansas City, aided by a really terrible drop by Kadarius Toney, and the Lions were able to seal the win. So overall, Jared Goff played a really strong game in this one. He had some nice plays. He had some really great tight window throws, some elite level throws. But he also had a couple of plays that could have been near disasters. I think about that near pick 6. But overall, if Jared Goff continues to perform at this level, the Detroit Lions are going to win a lot of football games. I'm curious, guys, how would you grade Jared Goff's performance on a scale of 1 to 10? I'd honestly give him about an 8.5. He was really, really solid in this game, but I'm curious about your thoughts on this. Drop those comments down below. I would love to hear them as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more NFL fans just like you and me. And until next time, guys, this has been another episode of Sparkin' Sports NFL. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.